Have you ever known in your bones that it was time to let something go, but you still couldn't bring yourself to do it? If you have been with me in this series, if you named your wound and you recognize your reckoning, then you already know. You know what needs to be released. Some of you have known for years. Maybe it's a marriage that became a performance, a role you have been playing so long, you forgot it was a role. The caretaker, the peacemaker, the one who holds everything together so everyone else can fall apart. The version of yourself that says, I'm fine, even when you are not fine. And I want to say something that nobody else would say to you. Releasing doesn't feel like freedom at first. It feels like grief. It feels like standing in an empty room where something used to be. And the silence is almost too loud to bear. That is real. I won't pretend otherwise. And I will not rush you past that grief because it deserves to be honored. But I also need to ask you something. What is holding on costing you? What is it costing you to hold on? Not financially, not practically. I'm talking about you, the woman inside the role, the woman behind the mask. What is it costing her? There's a woman I'll call Patricia, 68 years old. She had been in a relationship for 11 years, and she had known for at least 4 of those years that it was over. That it had become something that made her smaller. But she stayed because she was afraid of what people would say. Because she thought, at my age, this might be all there is. And every year she held on, a little more of her disappeared. Are you doing that? Are you holding on to something that is costing you yourself? Because here is what I know after years of sitting with women in their stories. We do not hold on because we don't know better. We hold on because we are afraid of who we will be without that role, that relationship, that identity you've been carrying. It gave you something, a sense of purpose, a place in the world, an answer to the question, who am I? And if you release it, you have to answer that question again, or so you think. But remember what we talked about in the reckoning. The cocoon, it's starting from nothing. The caterpillar doesn't lose everything. It transforms from everything it already was. You are not going backwards. You are becoming. And this releasing, this letting go is not the end of your story. It is the labor before the birth. So how do you actually do it? How do you let go of something you have been holding for years, maybe decades? I'm not going to give you a 5-step process. This is not that kind of work. What I will offer you is this. Start by telling the truth. Not to anyone else, just to yourself. In the quiet, when no one is listening, let yourself say it. This no longer serves me. I have outgrown this. I deserve more than this. Say it without judgment, without shame, without apology. And then feel the grief of it, because there is grief in releasing. even when something is unhealthy, even when you know in your body it is time. Honor it and then release it. Not all at once. Maybe not today, but begin. Because the moment you loosen your grip, even just a little, something extraordinary happens. Space appears. And in that space, there's room for who you are becoming. I want to leave you with something to sit with this week. Take out your journal or just sit quietly with this question. What is one thing I am still holding on to that I already know in my heart it is time to release? Don't answer it with your mind. Answer it with your body. What tightens in your chest when you think about letting it go? That tightening, that is where the work is. And that is where your freedom is waiting. You named the wound. You recognized the reckoning. And now you are finding the courage to release. Next week, we begin the part I have been waiting to share with you. We talk about who you are becoming, not who you were, not who the world told you to be, who you, the real you, are stepping into now. I will see you then. I'm Clistel Fields, and this is The Sanctuary.